My whole life, I always knew I was special. Even with no remainders, I could always move a decimal. Money on my mind while the girls that made un beso. Hustlers in my blood and it's running through my vessels. Just trying to clear the threshold, just trying to make a way. In my race against time, I could see an early grave. School to prison pipeline, 12 years a slave. Suspension and detention is conditioned for a cage.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Jake Paul thinks he can beat Canelo Alvarez. Now that he lost to Dimitri Bivol, I'm sure he's not the only one, but let's take a listen to what Jake Paul said before the fight was over, actually, because you can see it in the background. All right, let's take a listen.
And just like that, Canelo Alvarez loses to Dimitri Bivol. An amazing fight by Bivol. I'm 2 inches bigger than Bivol, 20 pounds heavier. Give me 3 years. I take out Canelo in the same way. He's on the ropes like he won. He only won 3 rounds out of the whole entire fight. Eddie Hearn, fuck you. You can suck my dick. I'm coming. I'm beating Canelo in 3 fucking years. I put that on my mama. Congrats to me.
My mama.
Canelo is beatable by a bigger man, which is what I've known this whole entire time. Believe in yourself, kids, and don't listen to these fucking British scumbags like Eddie Hearn.
I want to start off by saying the language in that video is not suitable for kids, and we apologize. I also want to apologize to my British brethren who had to take a hit at the verbal assault of Jake Paul. We do not share those views at all. We love our UK brothers and sisters. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Conspiracy G. What was your reaction to what Jake Paul had to say?
Hey, man, it was entertaining. I ain't even going to lie, but it was just foolishness. Like, yeah, man, it's so hard when it's really, really difficult when you're watching. It's kind of like you're sitting down. You're like, I could do what they could do. I mean, the fact that he said, give me 3 years. that was the foolishness within itself. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, sure, you're bigger than Canelo, but you're not as skilled as Canelo. You will really get hurt, Jake Paul.
Not as skilled as Bivol.
Not as skilled as either of them. Let's just be real. Stick to your fake fights with, let me not say fake fight. That sounds disrespectful to my MMA supporters. Stick to them MMA fights. Just do that. You know what I mean? But like, bro, like I remember like Eddie Hearn talked about this. Like Eddie Hearn was like, this dude whispered to him and was like, yeah, I could beat Canelo. And Eddie Hearn was like, it's so serious? Apparently, it's confirmed. This dude really believes that, and I'm just like, bro, you got.
He can't beat him yet. 3 years, G.
Man, foolishness, man. Maybe in 3 years when Canelo retires, and you know what I mean, maybe something like that. But, bro, like, hey, man, listen, I don't even know why I commented on this foolishness, man. Yo, Jake, you a clown, son. Like, that's just, let's be real, like. That's like saying, yo, man, I'm watching Anthony Joshua, and I go, I could beat Joshua. Give me 3 years.
After the Usyk fight.
yo, give me 3 years, and I could beat Anthony Joshua. Like, stop it, bro. Like, man, come on. You're not, just like I'm not Usyk, you're not Bivol. You know what I mean? Like, let's just stop that right now. Like, you're getting.
He's taller. He's taller and he weighs more, G.
What that mean?
He's taller and he weighs more. That means he's higher value. That means he's a higher value.
Higher value. From a scale of 1 to 10.
How do you scale of 1 to 10? He's a higher value fighter. That's what it is.
Yeah, man. Jake Paul, man, mind your business, man. Just pay your $60 and just be happy, bro. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm gonna turn it over to you, $1 Bill. What was your reaction?
It reminded me when I was younger, man. There was a movie that came out called The People Under the Stairs.
I took it back to the people.
Yeah, The People Under the Stairs, man. And it just made me think that, rich people are crazy. That's what really reminded me. You know what I'm saying? The more money you get, the more crazier you get. You know what I'm saying?
100 though.
Jake Paul, look, I'm with Canelo. They brought up Jake Paul. Canelo did this. He was like, "Yo, why do you guys keep y'all really bring him up and act like he's an actual fighter?" Look, yeah, Jake Paul, do your thing.
Let's get it, Jake.
You know what? I think you know what it is. People are putting a battery in Jake's back because they want to see him get knocked out. That's what I think it is. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what it is. It gotta be. You know. Other than that, man, I don't know. The disrespect, I can do without the disrespect, Jake. Eddie has never came out his face and disrespected you. He was showing you love, actually, when he made that comment. He said he would say to me off camera, in 2 years, I'll beat Canelo. And he said, I think he's deluded, but that will actually help him in the ring. He generally thinks that he is a world-class fighter. Eddie was showing you love. And then in return, he
invited him to his private.
You invited him to. Man, listen, I wasn't in agreement when Adrian Broner did it, and I'm not in agreement when you did it. You know what I'm saying? It's classless, and I honestly, for the thing that you did for Amanda Serrano, you destroy it with all the other BS that you do. You know, I thought it was a good thing that you did for Amanda Serrano and for the other fighters that you was helping out. But when you do stuff like this, you know, you make me look at you in a certain way, you know, a little clownish, a little bozo-ishes, you know. But hey, to each his own. I can't even believe we're really having a dialogue about this guy.
Yo, fact.
but continue doing what you're doing, fighting ex-MMA guys in boxing. You know, because you done did something. You have brought a lot of eyes to the sport. I know a lot of kids. I ran into a lot of kids now, you know, who has really been getting into boxing and liking boxing since the whole Jake Paul thing. You know, so it's true. He's bringing a lot of eyes to a lot of casuals. You know what I'm saying? But he's also doing some damage by the way he's talking and acting.
All right, TBE.
Jay Paul, you sound crazy. You're nowhere near the fighter Canelo is to even think that you could beat this man. To even you can't even beat this man in the street fight. This is how crazy it is to think you could beat him in the ring. Something he's done all his life. You picked up the sport a couple years ago, and all of a sudden you think you're a bad man. But Jake, if you think you would do it, I'm gonna dare you to be great. Go for it. Go for greatness, Jake. Let's see you be great, man. Take it, train, and then 3 years, set the date. Make this fight happen. But I also think you're only doing this because you're still salty because of the $1 million you had to pay Eddie because of the bet you made, the bet you lost. You know?
Nah. Because remember the stuff that he said about the Canelo thing, like
he's
said it before Katie won. So he's just honestly, man. Let me say this. I'm gonna give Jake Paul his credit. He's supposed to think like this. I don't understand dudes that get into boxing and not want to be the champion and not want to be the best. That to me is like a formula for failure. So if you don't think you're the best, don't get in this type of sport because it's dangerous. So I could give him that credit. If I think it's foolish. Nonetheless, he's already in there. So it's kind of like when people used to like make fun of like Wilder for his confidence, right, in himself. It's supposed to be like that, you know. Like, yeah, you may have some limitations. You may not be the most skilled, but you have to have that confidence.
No, I'm gonna just jump right in there because you just crapped on your man Wilder for no reason. At least Wilder was fighting real hard.
Wilder worse than I ever dissed Wilder.
Exactly, you just dissed Wilder real hard. Hold on. Wilder was fighting at least. I don't know. Say whatever you want about his resume, but he was fighting real boxers, guys. You know what I'm saying? So stop disrespecting Wilder.
Hold on. I would never.
Don't make me bring Complex on here.
Hold on, I would never disrespect Wilder. I'm just saying that people critiqued Wilder for his confidence, and Jake Paul's just having something similar. It's the same type of confidence. Same thing like Carissa Shields goes through this, right? Where it's like you just believe in yourself so much, and people just don't like that. They're like,
it's still different.
I agree, it's different. Hold on. Again, I'm not comparing Jake Paul to Clarissa or Wilder. I'm just saying you need to have confidence if you want to compete at a top level. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm saying,
how about you have to have talent? How about you have to have talent to compete at a top level?
Yo, listen, man. Oh, y'all know what I said, man. I ain't saying nothing more. Nothing less. I'm just saying confidence. I salute the confidence. That's it.
Wait, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's yours. Man. Go ahead.
Right,
Go ahead.
Hold on, G.
She
Please,
got me sticking up for Wilder and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, how you put people in positions where they gotta defend Wilder, bro?
Oh man,
Yo,
y'all
G, stop it. Clarissa Shields is 2-time Olympic gold medalist.
Yo,
Her having confidence.
That's not what I was saying.
Hold on. No. Yes, G. Hear me out. G, don't overtalk me, G. You know what? No. G threw himself out. Yo. So, but for real, here's what I'm saying, G, right? I get what you say. You're supposed to have confidence, right? But confidence is supposed to be based on something, right? Some affirmation that tells you you're good at said thing, right? Clarissa Shields is 2-time Olympic gold medalist. She's at her pro debut. She beat Franchon Cruz Dezern, who's now undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
No.
That's her first.
I'm not even arguing. I get y'all.
Hold on.
Trust me. I see what y'all
saying. Wilder, although he fought a bunch of stiffs for like his first 30 fights, right? Did beat a Bermain Stavern, who beat Chris Arreola, and did have wins against people who were boxers, like Luis Ortiz, for example. So his confidence, although maybe he wasn't as good as he thought he was, as flawed as he was, he actually beat real boxers. When we talk about Jake, his confidence doesn't come from winning Olympic gold. It doesn't come from beating a decent pro like Luis Ortiz. It comes from beating Teron Woodley, an MMA fighter who's much smaller than him. It comes from beating Nate Robertson, an NBA basketball player who's much smaller than him. Was it Ben Askren? An MMA fighter who never had hands. That's where his confidence comes from.
All these guys has been retired and injuries all up.
Knockout prone.
I agree with y'all. I'm not defending Paul at all. I'm just saying I respect and salute the confidence. That's all I'm saying. You know
Hold up, G. My man's confidence comes from the fact that he just watched Dimitri Bivol beat Canelo. And somehow it's like he just beat Canelo. I told you I'm bigger than him. I weigh more than him. But you're not more talented than him.
Yeah.
Bivol would cook you. Bivol would cook you early. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what me and Trill been talking about for the longest time. The new wave of boxing fans give credit to fighters for fights they didn't even win. They take credit for victories they had no part in. Now, all of a sudden, there's going to be a real outcry of fighters, not just Jake Paul. We're just talking about Jake right now, who say, I know I can beat Canelo because Bivol beat him and I'm taller than Bivol and I weigh more than Bivol. Stop it. Jake is talking like he's a world-class fighter. Like Bivol's not a champion. Like Bivol hasn't proven he's nice with it. Like Bivol hasn't devoted his life to boxing. Like Bivol is some scrub. Jake is no Bivol. You know how I know? Bivol beat Canelo yesterday. Jake is saying he needs 3 years. That's the clown in him. That's the clown in him, bro. Yo, how you saying that this dude is a bum and he's no good and he only won 3 rounds, but you need 3 years for him?
Facts. Yeah.
This is all the cap. This is the cap of the world today. You can say whatever you want. He's never going to fight Canelo. He's never going to be ready for a Canelo fight. He's just trying to get fame off the name, and you could do that because Bivol just beat him. So now everyone beat him. Everyone who don't like Canelo, they all beat him. It's like Trill said, excuse me, with Shakur. Shakur beat Valdez. He beat Eddie Reynoso and he beat Canelo. Bivol just beat Canelo last night. For everyone who doesn't like Canelo, they all beat him last night.
Yeah. Told you, Trill. Your man is wet. Let us know. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, and please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.